Good evening. Are we live na? I think.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Luck and Chard.
Hello, hello sa lahat.
Kamusta? Madami na bang audience? Wow, may million na ba? Uy, Chard, nandito na agad yung mga yung fan mo, yung president ng fan club mo, si Sir Luis Gonzales.
May patarp ba? May patarp.
Tapos si Mami MJ nanonood din siya. Good evening.
Hi, Mami MJ and Rose.
Pero talaga iba yung hatak ni Chard sa mga fans.
Oo, ano yan? Promodizer yan eh.
Consistent talaga yung fan club niya. Yan. So mag-i-start na ba tayo? As in, mag-i-start na ba tayong mag-intro dahil baka malimutan na naman natin?
Oo nga. Bilang mga may goldfish memory.
Okay. Game na? So everyone, good evening and welcome back to Books and Chicas Season 2. Wow.
Episode 7.
Okay, my name is Wend.
I'm Locke.
I'm Fritz.
Ay, Chard. Nag-loading na Chard.
Parang nakamute ka ata, Chard.
Nakamute siya.
Hi, and I'm Chard. Hi, sorry. Nakamute.
Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in sa ating another episode of Books and Chicas.
Kamusta naman ang dinaranas niyong init ngayon?
Grabe.
Sana mamaya pag-uwi niyo sa mga bahay-bahay niyo naka-aircon kayo or ma-presko ang uuwian ninyong lahat. I mean, yung mga audience, di ba? Sobrang init. As in, pagbaba mo pa lang ng sasakyan, parang sasampalin agad ng init. Parang may lagnat.
Parang sauna everywhere.
True. Game na?
True. Okay. So, alright. So, wala na tayong patumpik-tumpik, guys. So, let's start. So, ang ating guest for tonight is a 25-year-old marketing writer hailing from Marikina. He is fueled by his love for literature and music, and when he's not crafting or compelling any content, you'll find him lost in pages of fictions and novels. So, he also devours book franchises spanning from 3 to 15 installments. Wow, 3 to 15 installments. Marami. Relishing the insights they offer. While fantasy and adventure are his staple, he now explores standalone novels with cross genres, a self-proclaimed book junkie, and he craves the thrill of new reads and blind dates with books. So, Pinoy Page Turners is his passion project, stemming from a deep-seated desire to reconnect with Filipiniana literature after completing college. Despite devouring over hundreds of books since the age of 15, he realized that he had only delved into one Filipino novel. So sa dami-dami ng books, grabe, isang Filipino novel pa lang yun na nabasa niya. So determined to change this, he is set to embrace the rich literary tapestry of his own people and embark on a journey to share his newfound appreciation with his community. So, guys, help me welcome PJ.
Good evening. Hi, PJ.
Hi, PJ.
Ano pong nararamdaman mo today or
Yes.
tonight, this evening?
Project. So that's the important thing for me.
Ayun. So,
Ang miss you.
tama. Banatan na natin agad ng question. So, si PJ, ayan. Sir PJ, what inspired you to start highlighting Filipino literature specifically?
Konting lang siguro, backstory I guess. Pinoy Page Turners was a pandemic baby. So yung ideation niya nag-start during the pandemic. Kakatapos ko lang mag-thesis noon, graduate. Na-burnout ako sa ACADS and I didn't really get to read a lot of books in college kasi very very studious tayo nun. So sabi ko nung graduate ako, I feel like this is the perfect time to get back to reading. And the first thing I did, as one would, naghanap ako ng book recommendation. So Goodreads, ganyan. Tapos napadpad ako sa YouTube. And that's when I discovered BookTube. So, nung nag-BookTube ako, sabi ko, hala, meron palang ganito na nanood ako ng videos with Cindy, Jack Edwards, Lovis Geyer. Sabi ko, may mga tao palang nag-exist na ganito kasi parang, in my case kasi, I don't have a lot of bookish friends like growing up. So, alienated ako nung high school and nung college kasi very konti lang yung people na nag-share ng interests ko. So, nung nakita kong may mga taong nag-talk about their passion for books online, natuwa ako, parang hala, gusto ko din. Tapos napaisip ako parang, meron bang ganito sa Philippines? So, I tried looking for book recommendations din in the Philippines. And when I checked, siguro hindi na rin ako na-surprise na hindi ganun ka-robust yung industry kasi nga growing up ganun na yung na-experience ko. So ayun, parang pero kahit konti may nag-exist, nakita ko na dun si Gerald the Bookworm, Love Julian, Third World Book Nerd, nanonood din ako ng videos niya. Tapos nung trinay ko silang hanapin, nasa Instagram, ayan, doon ko na-discover yung Bookstagram. So going siya. And then, ayun nga, to cut the story short, I mainly chose Phillit kasi I have so much passion for reading and for books. And yet, like, isa lang yung nabasa kong Filipino book. And there was a need for it na mag-create ng content kasi nado-dominate siya kahit saang social media platform. So, ayun yung story.
So, curious ako. Ano yung one book na yun? Yung nabasa mo pa lang before?
Nabasa ko siya nung first year high school ako. And umiikot siya sa classroom namin. Feeling ko familiar kayo kasi very kilala yung author. It was para kay V by Ricky Lee.
Ricky Lee.
Actually, hindi ko pa yan nababasa eh.
Kasi about sa 5 love stories and sa 5 love story daw isa lang nagsasucceed. Yung mga kaedad ko noon, 13 years old, very mapusok. So umiikot siya sa classroom.
Okay.
So para sila nagpa-delete
nilang lahat gamit yung isang libro.
Yung una niyang read na Filipiniana ay libro na ni Ricky Lee, tapos body read agad, malala. Sobrang lala ng body read, isang buong classroom.
True.
Wow.
book relay.
Book relay na siya. Nakagawa na sila ng book club sa classroom. Charot, yan. So,
wait, curious ako, kasi tumatak sa'yo halata naman na tumatak sa'yo yung first Filipino book mo. Curious ako, tumatak din ba sa mga classmates mo?
Feeling ko tumatak siya for the wrong reasons. Kasi hindi appropriate yung themes.
Uy, bakit?
Hindi appropriate yung themes for my age at the time. Kasi very explicit and it's really meant for adults, like adult love story. So, pero like I read it again like a few years back, considering adult na ako. Parang, ayun nga, parang it makes more sense now that I've experienced more life experiences. So, sabi nila parang, it's not my favorite book, but I think it resonates with the same idea. Sabi nila, you have to read your favorite like book at different periods of time in your life kasi nag-iiba yung meaning niya sa buhay mo. So, it works with other books din for me.
Yan. Nag-a-agree ka ba doon, Chard?
Bakit ako? Klarong-klaro, di ba? Pero yes, I agree. Totally.
Hindi kasi, di ba, totoo naman yung sinabi ni Sir PJ. May mga books tayo na, for example, binasa mo siya nung teenage years mo. Iba yung appreciation mo pag binasa mo ulit siya ngayon. Di ba? Parang yung iba, dalawa yan dalawang pakiramdam yan Yung unang pakiramdam mo, sabi mo, ay, paano ba nagustuhan to dati? Mga
Oo.
Di ba? Minsan nababaduyan nga na sa mga kinakakiligan mo before na books. O yung talagang patay na patay ka na books. Then yung isa namang reaction mo, mas na-appreciate ko ngayon yung book na to. Ganun, ito pala yung meaning niya, di ba?
Ganda pala.
Oo, ganda pala. Hindi lang malawak yung pag-iisip ko. Hindi lang malawak yung pangunawa ko kasi nga teenager. Yan. So, actually, iyon Sir PJ, nauna ko lang banggitin pero tinanong siya ni Cristel din. Si Cristel, yan. Anong pangalan ni Cristel?
Tetol. Si Tetol.
Yan.
Yes.
From Book Chicas. Okay. So, yung sa akin naman, yung question ko naman, since medyo ngayon, madami ka nang nabasang Filipino books. So, for you, ano kaya yung mga ano kaya yung nagseset sa Filipino literature versus dun sa mga, sabihin natin, mga books sa ibang bansa or books written by foreign authors? Yan. Ano sa tingin mo yung kaibahan natin sa kanila?
I would say yung narratives natin. Kasi like any other culture, we have our own backgrounds, plights, mga problema, joys, and idiosyncrasies. I think that's what makes our stories very unique kasi hindi siya pwedeng i-replicate, hindi siya pwedeng ikwento ng ibang tao, ng ibang lahi na nanggaling sa ibang kultura kasi hindi siya maiintindihan ng mga taong yon kasi hindi sila yung naka-experience. Unlike na ikwento natin yung sarili nating kwento sa mga taong kapareha natin ng experiences. Iba yung hila, iba yung hugot, iba yung hatak. So, that's what sets our stories apart from other culture.
Yan. So, kasi nga 'di ba, meron namang mga books na hindi man written ng Filipino authors, kumbaga the way they explain yung sa narrative nila. For example, yung foreign author dinidescribe niya yung Manila. Siyempre, tayong taga-Pilipinas, iba yung way pa din natin ng pagdidescribe nung isang setting nung book, 'di ba? Wala, napansin ko lang din siya pag nagbabasa ko. Although siyempre yung sa mga foreign authors or sa mga international authors, ni-research naman nila yan. Pero iba pa din talaga pag Pinoy. Pag Pinoy yung nagdi-describe sa sarili niyang lugar.
True.
Di ba?
Ano ba yung sasabihin ko? Yung pinaka-first ko siguro na nabasa na Filipino literature, coming from reading the Precious Heart Romance ng mga books ng mama ko, is yung Jano Silang. So, di ba, I grew up watching Gandang Gabi Bayan and, very familiar with the Tikbalang, the White Lady, Tiyanak. So, when I read the book, so, grabe yung hatak, as mentioned ni PJ kanina, grabe yung hugot when you read it and you're very familiar with the story and it's very relatable. So, I think it's really what sets apart when you read Philippine literature from other literature din talaga.
Tama.
True. But si Chard yata medyo okay ka lang ba, Chard, dyan?
Okay lang. Iniisip ko din kung ano yung una kong binasa na Filipino book.
Same. Actually, sa akin naman, nalimutan ko yung title. Actually, siya duology siya. Duology pa tawag doon or hindi, magkaiba siya. Same author lang. Parang pareho lang sila ng universe, ganyan. Kung tawagin natin sa fantasy, universe pareho sila ganyan. Pero siya, hindi siya fantasy. Basta tungkol siya sa isang babae nagkwento. Isang babae na, actually yung book, medyo about siya sa history. Then yung history history ng Philippines ng World War II and at the same time, finigure out niya kung sino yung biological family niya. Yan. Basta may ganun siya. Nalimutan ko na yung title. Isa-search ko.
I-search.
Maganda siya. Parang mapapaisip ka din, sino ba talagang nanay nito? Ganyan.
Yeah.
So sige.
Ako. So, coming back to that, no, yung paano ko na-discover si Jano Silang, kasi, kaka-join ko lang din ng Bookstagram. I think that was around 2016 or 2017 ata. And then, nakita ko by around August, may pinopromote si Gerald, I think. And Gerald and si your Tita Kate ata. Yung Wikathon, if you're familiar with Wikathon, doon pinopromote yung Filipino literature during buwan ng wika. So it runs during August, during the month of August. So doon ko na-discover si Jano Silang, si Tablay by Miss Kat Olan. So doon ko na-realize na grabe pala yung parang I feel so left out na ang dami pa palang pwede nating i-discover from our Philippine literature, and I just didn't know about it. I had no idea. And it so happens din na ngayon, I discovered din si PJ, Pinoy Page Turners, na grabe yung yung content ng post niya na promoting kung saan natin mahahanap yung books written by Filipino authors, anong stores. So 'di ba iba talaga yung ang binibigay ni PJ, yung knowledge and yung information na binibigay ni PJ to us is paano mapagsasabi? It's a treasure to us Filipino readers kasi it helps a lot for us to discover more Philippine literature. Diba? So, PJ, yung question ko sa'yo is, how do you go about selecting which Filipino literary works to feature or promote? Kasi, grabe, parang grabe yung research mo nito, no? Nakakabilib talaga. Amazing.
Ayun, well, first and foremost, thank you so much. That's very generous of you to say. And natatouch ako kasi I really try. There are days na mahirap siya gawin, but I really try. In selecting like which Filipino like literary works to feature, baka kasi iniisip ng mga tao na lahat ng fini-feature ko and pinopromote ko, nabasa ko na agad, parang, wala na ba itong ibang ginagawa? Pero, I have a day job kasi. So, when it comes to features and promotions, I go online, sometimes on like bookstores to check titles that resonate with me. So, if I feel like I want to read this book, parang I would like research about it, and then that's when I feature them. Pero it's with the book reviews, that's a different stories. With book reviews, I really take my time to read the books and sit on it and mull over my musings. Tapos siya na magda-draft ng mismong review. Pagdating dun sa features and promotions, you can think about it as like a public TBR list. So, ayun. Binabalikan ko siya minsan pag may gusto talagang basahin. So, ayun. Tsaka magda-draft ako ng review. Minsan, medyo hectic kasi yung schedule ko, so hindi ko sila lahat kayang gawa ng review agad. Pero, like, if given the time, I would.
Yan. So, habang nagbabasa, nagtitake ka ng notes, tapos, ito yung isasama ko pag gumawa ko ng content. Kasi, kumbaga, para hindi mo malimutan yung feeling mo nung binabasa mo yung part ng libro na yun, nagaganon ka.
There was a time na trinay kong mag-annotate, parang gusto kong mag-annotate, parang feeling intellectual, ganyan. Pero hindi ko talaga siya parang kailangan kong ma-immerse doon sa experience, sa reading experience. So I have to finish the whole book like in one go, and pag magda-draft na ako ng review, binabalikan ko yung mga pointers na meron. Minsan nagsusulat ako ng bullets, pero hindi fully nag-annotate while reading.
So, nabanggit mo din kanina na you have a day job and yet nagagawa mo pa rin yung passion mo kay Pinoy Page Turners. and you search online sa mga bookstores or mga books na pwedeng featuring Filipino authors. So, pag meron kang off day, do you also go like maghanap talaga ng mga bookstores na uy, may Filipino books dito na pwede kong ma-promote or ma-post sa aking page, yung mga ganon.
Paano ka naghahanap ng books? Yan.
Pagdating sa reviews, awa ng Diyos, may nagbibigay ng mga ARCs, like mga writers would reach out to me from all over the country, sometimes overseas. So parang I only started actually like actively making content last year, and to think na people really reach out to hand out their books like touches my heart kasi nakikita din nila yung layunin behind the project. But with features and promotions, siguro kasi yung mga fina-follow ko, yung algorithm ko puro like books na din, so parang it's easier to catch like wind of something, a new release or a hot book like this season, so it's easier. Pero yung mismong pupunta lang bookstores, usually kapag may budget, so payday. So ayun, I go out sometimes or alone or with friends to check out stores.
Yan, napag-usapan na banggit ni Sir PJ yung about sa feed niya. Sa tingin nyo, hindi lang kay Sir PJ, tinanong ko na din kayo. Sa tingin nyo, sa feed natin sa Instagram, sa Bookstagram, ilang percent kada araw yung nakikita natin na mga books na written by Filipino authors? Para kasi usually, mga ano talaga, no? Parang napaka-konti. Kaya grabe talaga yung appreciation natin sa mga contents ni Sir PJ.
Yes. Favorite ko yung ano niya, yung Manunulat Martes, and nasaan ba kasi ang mga libro natin, yung post. Kasi ang dami palang stores na ganito or may ang dami palang mga indie publishers.
Yes.
So, grabe pala yung yung range ng Philippine literature. We're just not that knowledgeable kung paano mahanap mga books. Kaya Pinoy Page Turner is the page to go. To check for updates. Kasi parang nabubudol na ako sa isang post lately ni ni PJ, yung graphic novel ba yun? Maharlika ata title nun.
Yan, so magbasa muna tayo ng
Yes, Maharlika.
Sige. Nung
Tapos
mga
comments, sige, go.
Sige. Yung kasi, yan, para sa kaalaman din ng ibang nanonood. So, sa dalawang page nag-i-stream yung ating live. Yung una dun sa page namin sa BFU, and then yung isa ay sa page ni Book Chicas. Yan. So, isa-isahin lang muna natin ng nawala na yung isang comment. Gusto sana naming basahin kasi hindi na siya lumalabas ulit. Pero parang nakalagay dun kasi, maganda daw yung konsepto ng before, yung mga dekada 90 and older. Yan.
Yes. At pagdating daw sa mga Filipino books, contents, parang ganon. So, kaso nawala na yung kanyang comment.
Sayang naman. Ang ganda pa naman. Sa Book Chicas ba? Sa mga comments?
Ito, we have comment from Luis. Even if I read some books as an early adult, I appreciate those books more when I reread it later on in life. And as na-mention ni BJ kanina with regards to rereading books in different periods of our life. Tapos, France. Ano to, France? Hi, France! Ano yan, Ate Wens? Pati kami na-curious. Ay, yung title siguro ng book mo.
Nga. Inaano ko nga dito sa
yung libro.
Sinesearch ko yung title. Kaso, hindi ako makaisip ng keyword dun sa title para lumabas yung results niya sa Google. Pero, sige, Francis, send ko sa'yo pag naalala ko.
So, ito pa, from Luis, technically, the first book daw na nabasa niya by a Filipino author is My Brother, My Executioner by F. Shonil Jose in high school. Tapos, Before Ever After by Samantha Soto was the first book written by Filipino author that I
yan.
read for leisure. Oh, hindi ko pa to na ano. And then, book written by Filipino author that I read first fantasy book is Moy Moy Lulumboy. Ang Batang Aswang. Oh, currently reading. Dalawa
Uy, familiar,
talaga.
Fritz?
Ha, oo. Moy Moy Lulumboy. Tapos, ilustrado pala by Miguel C. Juco. Okay. Eh, daming titles. Oh. Ang Makina ni Mang Turing is also good, sabi ni MJ. O, diba? Nagsusulputan ng mga title suggestions, book titles. Galing. No Limitangere and El Filibusterismo were my first. Then growing up, I collect Bob Ong books. Soon to get copies of Luwalhati Bautistas. Saan ba? I film reading vlogs to sabi ni Luis, siya, I film na reading vlogs to document my reading experience on books that I am interested in reviewing and hoping to enjoy. Tapos sabi naman ni Mami MJ, my weakness is the language. Mag-loading ako kung Tagalog. Ito yung challenge. Kaya natutuwa ako when I first read yung si Jano Sila kasi
Oo.
na-immerse talaga ako sa sa story and easy lang to follow yung flow even if it's Tagalog. Pero feeling ko, it's so, kasi parang heartfelt yung pagkasulat na tagos talaga yung pati yung mga anyway, wag na lang kasi gory. Sabihin ko sana yung never mind.
I enjoyed Jano Silang din.
Yeah, interested sa Jano Sila, sabi ni ni Tetol, Nick Joaquin and Ambeth Ocampo din pala. So a question from Luis. As a fellow Filipino booktuber, what's your filming process like?
Disaster.
Ang bilis ng sagot.
Back when I was filming like full-length 10-minute videos, it's such a long process. Minsan it takes 1 week, 2 weeks kasi I have to be careful with what I say with the reviews, not because I want to please the author, but I really want to highlight what's good and the areas of improvements doon sa mga libro. Kasi hindi ako naniniwala na if I don't like it, pangit na siya. Maybe it's just not for me. So I really take my time drafting my review of the books, and pinaka-dreaded part ko talaga dun sa filming process yung pag-video. Kasi I'm not a spontaneous speaker like when on camera, when I'm alone. So sometimes kinakabisado ko yung mga pointers ko and doon na nagiging sponty kahit papano. Pero imagine parang 3 to 4 pages, 5, minsan 6 review. Ganun kahaba yung review. I have to say it on cam. So minsan, pinakamabilis ko ng filming process nun ay 6 hours, tas 3 hours more for editing. So siguro sometime in the future mag-film ulit ako ng like full-length like reviews on YouTube. But for now, let's just settle with Reels kasi it's easier.
So true. Iba yung talaga yung Reels. Kasi yung sa YouTube, paggagawa ka ng isang buong video, grabe yung effort and pag-edit. And then, as na-mention ni PJ, yung confidence, gosh. Gagawa ka ng video, tapos andun ka, nagsasalita, parang, hindi ko yun kaya eh.
Parang every now and then, pag gumawa ka ng YouTube video, parang, yun nga, sabi ni Fritz, yung confidence. Feeling ko pag ako, mas titignan ko pa, do I look good? Ilang minutes na nakababad sa camera. Okay lang ba yung pinagsasabi ko? Or parang parang iisipin mo anong itsura mo sa camera, ganyan. Although sa Reels naman, parang madalang naman sa Reels pag ganun. Since napaka-iksi lang ng Reels.
Yeah. So PJ, follow-up question lang kasi you have
Pero teka lang.
Yes, Chart.
Go.
Ako na. Sige, ako na. You have your book to...
Sasabihin ko sana. Sige, go. Sorry. Hindi ko may delay sa internet ko.
Record muna. Ayan.
Okay. Sorry, Fritz. Sabi kasi ni PJ, hindi daw siya spontaneous na mananalit. Nagsasalita. Pero kung pakikinggan mo siya ngayon, napaka-eloquent niya magsalita. At yan din yung na-notice ko during a discussion doon sa Talk Bookish to Me. Parang ang bilis mag-process ng utak niya ng napaka-concise, concrete, at very, very loaded na sentences when it comes to sharing thoughts. Hindi ako naniniwala na hindi
Parang pinag-post yata ni
Yun lang
Chard
talaga.
na,
Sorry, friends.
parang
Okay
pinag-post
lang.
yata ni Chard na habaan mo daw yung mga videos mo.
Pero ano
Kasi
ba,
continuous
PJ?
ka
Consistent ka ba
naman.
nagpo-post sa booktube ngayon?
Sa BookTube, dapat nga ng PBF inisip ko mag full vlog. Kaso
Oo.
yung device kasi na ginagamit ko, mabilis na malobat, so hindi pa ako nakabili ng camera. So I think hindi magiging holistic yung video kapag putol-putol, like hindi lahat na videohan. So nagsettle na lang ako sa Reels. Happy naman ako sa naging reel ko nung PBF.
Bitin
So,
ata si
right now,
Coach sa Reels.
Right now, meron kang booktube, di ba? And then you have Facebook and Instagram. Saan pa ba? Pero mostly, yung interaction mo with your audience, is it in booktube, Facebook, or Instagram?
Yung pinakamataas na engagement na nakukuha ko is through the Facebook page. Pero
I think
kasi
si Facebook mo, 1K followers na. More than 1K followers.
going 1.6 na.
Oh, wow. Yay!
So, yung ginagawa ko kasing content, ina-upload ko siya sa lahat ng social media platforms ko. Kasi parang hindi ko kayang like sa Facebook iba, sa IG iba. So sa lahat na lang.
So para sayang naman kasi yung kumbaga parang masulit mo man lang yung inano mo, yung na-record mo, di post mo na sa lahat para at least
True.
kasi may mga followers tayo na for example sa Facebook lang naka-follow, sa Instagram lang naka-follow, 'di ba? Kaya at least mas malawak yung niya, nare-reach niya. Tama.
Meron dyan, walang Facebook.
Meron diyan walang Facebook, may Instagram.
Uy,
Ako 'yun. Okay. Okay, so magbe-break muna tayo para
Yes.
makahinga-hinga naman si Sir PJ. 5-minute break lang para kay Sir PJ. And alam niyo na ang kasunod ng kanyang break time.
Ayan na.
Yan. So ngayon, for tonight, si
Sige,
BF
Master. O, anong
Ready na kayo,
price?
guys? Siyempre, dapat alisto kayo pag gantong break time. Alam niyo na ang kasunod nito. Okay? Siyempre, dahil si BFU ang taya, ang ibibigay namin ay 200 pesos discount sa inyong next order. Si Chard, baka
Huwag pwede sumali.
Ready na.
Pwede sumali kasi bago lang ako nag-mine.
Naman muna kung ready. Yan. Guys, ready na ba sa ating mga viewers, sa ating audience? Yan, nako po.
Ayan, may
Si
nag-heart.
Rosemary, very active na naman siya. Parang iba na naman yung
Uy, hi,
pakiramdam ko.
Rose.
Ready, Rose?
Yan, so ito na yung tanong ko. Ang dali lang nito. Okay. Okay. Before, ano ba i-word out? Okay, before mag-start ng vlogging or before mag-start si Pinoy Page Turners, yan. Ilang Filipiniana book pa lang ang nabasa ni Sir PJ. Before siya mag-start before. Yan. Okay, give chance to others muna. Nahiya pa si Rosemary.
Diba?
Ayan na, may nakasagot na yung president ng fan club ni Chard. Yan.
Diba si Luis?
Sir Luis Gonzales, mo-order ka ba sa amin?
Hala.
Yan, so para i-claim, ang bilis naman, hindi nyo man lang pinapahinga si Sir PJ. Yeah, so congrats po, Sir Luis. So, to claim your 200 pesos discount, message niyo lang po kami sa page pag o-order na po kayo. Yan, so congratulations!
Yay, congrats.
Okay. Time check, 8:36 p.m. Yan. Ay, wait lang pala, bago tayo mag-proceed. Di ba si Sir PJ ay part ng book club na Talk Bookish to Me? Yan. Batiin mo muna sila, Sir PJ.
Oo nga. And
Oo,
andito
andito
si
sila ngayon.
Eman Nanonood.
Shout out
Hi,
naman
hi, talk more
Si
to
Eman,
me.
oo.
Thank you for adopting me. Pasensya na kung hindi ako masyado maingay kasi medyo nahihiya ako.
Eh,
Ganyan naman talaga tayo lahat.
Ulo.
Shy type. Basta,
mm.
bago tayo mag-proceed, siguro basahin ko muna din yung ibang comments sa comment section. Sabi ni Rose, following Filipino content creators who promote Filipino books really helped me learn more about Filipino literature. Then Dumalit, this is an event in Dumaguete, right? Dumalit happened last month and my gosh, I was so shocked that ang dami palang local like Duma-based authors. Yes. Okay, sabi ni Tetol, I saved all those nasaan ba yung mga libro post ni Sir PJ. Thank you for those Pinoy page turners. And same, pop fiction is my source right now, sabi ni Rose. And shout out daw sa mga Filipino indie authors din. Or Asian lit pero less pa rin. Ay, ano to? Okay, sorry. Hi, Rich. Andito si Rich. Good evening, Rich. So, Filipino pala si Samantha Soto. Hindi ko
Good
alam.
evening.
Oh, I didn't know actually. Ngayon ko pala.
Yes. Filipino siya.
So, anong be? Si Richard daw pwedeng maging booktuber. Nakailang live show na kasi may anong live show ba to? Honorary member ng Blu-ray.
Yes.
Si Franz,
Live discussion yun.
So, yun. So, yeah, we can proceed with our next. Sa BFU ba, may mga additional comments pa?
Ayan. Yes, may mga comments sa BFU. Additional, simula dun sa kaninang comment na binanggit namin.
Ayun, kay Sir Azuric Buscano, ito yata yung time na yung nag-comment siya yata yung topic is pinagpapasapasahan yung libro na first Filipino read ni Sir PJ. Sabi niya, kahit na alam mo na yung naging storya, babasahin mo pa rin kasi may bago kang ma-realize.
Yan, yung para sa yung mga books na binasa mo nung teenager ka versus sa babasahin, i-reread mo ngayong adult ka na.
True. Yung pala, i-reread mo kunwari, Harry Potter, tapos nire-read mo ngayon.
Oh, iba na yung mo.
Iba na yung dating. The magic is is
Ano?
gone.
Meron din kasing words na hindi mo masyadong maintindihan before na ngayon mo pa lang siya na-absorb. So, di ba? Ngayon mo pa lang siya maintindihan ng maayos. So, iba pag mag-reread. Pero although, ako hindi ako masyadong nag-reread eh.
Ako din.
True.
Saka hindi daw masyadong nare-read, pero nakailang re-read na din ako. So, kaya niya, sabi ko, parang iba yung pangunawa mo nung teenager ka. Like, ang bilis mong magalit sa mga characters. Ganyan. Pero pag binasa mo ngayon, kaya pala ginawa ni ni Snape. Wow. Kaya pala, ganyan. Tapos, batiin din namin ng good evening. Yan, si Sir Brian, si Micaela, si Sir Azuric, and si Ma'am May. Yan, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Okay, so proceed na tayo. Okay.
Ate Wen, Fritz, Kuya Lak, may nag-message, may nag-comment dito. May kakanta raw.
May kakanta?
May kilala ba kayong singer dito?
Actually, may nakapagbulong. Oh, may ganun.
OMG, may song list?
Hey, may nakapagbulong. May alter ego ka daw.
Alam niya na. Yes.
Pinag-icebreaker si PJ bigla. May
Ganda ka naman, Sir PJ.
Pa-confirm naman.
Nahiya ako.
Ambush.
At another time, maybe.
Pero meron yung kanta daw, sabi. You have.
The reason why parang it took me 3 years before I actually made content for Pinoy Page Turners is because nag-focus ako dun sa isa pang passion project ko before. So, before nung pandemic, we built like my fellow musician friends and artists, we built this thing called Calle Obra Collective. So we were writing songs, Filipino written songs, and then in-upload, like, nirelease namin siya before at the time. So yung song ko, na sa Spotify siya before, pero hindi ko siya inalagaan. Tapos, na-take down siya. Pero it's still online on YouTube. So for those people na gusto marinig yung kanta, the alter ego person is si Silas Marahuyo. So the title of the song is Adarna. Silas Marahuyo, Adarna. And then I also wrote 2 songs for a friend na currently meron na siyang record label recently. Her name is Sam Felisco. So yung song na I worked on is called Sam Felisco, and then the title of the song is Palagi. So that's the first baby, and the second baby is Salamin. Salamin.
Naunahan ako. Mahiwagang salamin.
Salamin.
So first baby and then pandemic baby na si Pinoy Page.
So yung ideation process niya nung si Pinoy Page Turner, parang inisip ko, hala, gusto ko mag-booktube, pero nauna yung Calle Obra. So ayun, siguro merong oras din para sa lahat ng bagay.
Yes.
And I'm very happy kasi parang initially I was expecting, may interview lang ako, ganito, walang manonood, okay lang. Pero when you were reading out the comments, it really warms my heart that there are people who is still very interested in reading Filipino literature. Kasi I don't believe this is solely about myself. I think this is bigger than myself. This is for the community and the reading community in the country. So, nakaka-touch siya kasi parang nag-effort ka, nagpapagod ka, pero like there are days when you don't feel like no one is really seeing like the work and the hardships that you go through when you're doing this. Pero ayun, parang it's really validating, and I thank you very much for having me here. I'm very elated.
Yeah.
It's really actually it's I think it's a perfect time yung pagdating ni Pinoy Page Turner, and it's also the time na nag-grow na din yung Philippine literature natin, 'di ba? So very perfect yung timing. So okay lang nauna si Kali. Ano yung Kali Collective? Tama ba?
Calle Obra.
Calle Obra.
Wala na siya wala na siya sa Facebook ngayon.
So, Chard?
Shinare ko yung link. Shinare ko yung link ng kanta. Kasi may nakahanap na rin. Ayun.
Bibilis niyo, ha?
Ito.
Excited silang marinig. Okay, go.
Sige, serious mode muna ako. Oh, meron ba akong serious mode? Peach, meron ba akong serious mode? Trust lang. Pero ito, seryoso. Tulad nung sabi ni Fritzy na timing na yung paglabas ni Pinoy Page Turner, kasi lalong nag-grow si Filipino literature. Kasi noon hindi masyadong anong tawag doon? Binibigyan ng oras yung Filipino literature before ha. So what do you think are some common misconceptions tungkol sa Filipino literature that you aim to dispel through your content? O di ba ang konyo ng tanong ko?
When I started out the project, kasi initially I had the same like insights with Filipino literature, kasi parang lumaki nga ako nagbabasa ng Western, tapos parang I think napipigeonhole siya sa like a specific type of content na pinapansin ng mga big fish sa media kung ano yung popular. Pero I don't necessarily want to like debunk, parang sino ba ako para mag-debunk ng mga like misconceptions. But most of the comments that I received when I was starting out, and kahit ngayon, sabi daw, bakit Filipino literature? Boring naman yan. Ganyan. Predictable. Ganyan. Cliché. Jologs. Hindi interesting. So parang I was part of that group before kasi I did not understand. Pero when I like ventured into this project, syempre I opened my mind and tried to really sitting down and reading Filipino works. And nagiba yung paningin ko dun sa Filipino literature, which was really cliche pakinggan, pero life-changing in my case. Pero yung mga taong nagko-comment ng like ganon sa content or sa platform ko, usually if you ask them, they can't name Filipino written books other than Noli Me Tangere, Ibong Adarna, Florante at Laura, which kasi I think it stems from the fact na hindi kasi ini-ere sa media, sa mainstream media, yung mga contemporary works na nag-exist ngayon na pwedeng mag-resonate sa generation natin ngayon. So parang marami tayong boses sa Pilipinas, maraming kwentong dapat ikwento, kailangan lang ng pagkakataon para mapakinggan, mabasa, ganyan. So I'm not villainizing people who have this inclination on reading Western works. It's okay if you want to read Western foreign works. Ang importante nagbabasa. Kasi malaking krisis sa bansa ngayon yung reading comprehension. So it's really important na nagpapatuloy kang magbasa. Siguro ang tanging hope ko lang sa proyektong to is sa sandamakmak na librong i-feature ko, ipopromote ko, i-review ko, sana kahit isa doon may mag-resonate sa'yo kasi imposibleng wala. Bakit imposible? Kasi kwento natin yun eh. Kwento mo yun. Imposibleng, unless na lang siguro kung may self-deprecating tendencies ka. Pero imposibleng walang mag-resonate sa'yo. So, I really think visibility and representation is important. So, tulungan lang talaga. And I'm really happy I attended PBF kasi makikita mong people really come together to like support Filipino literature. So, nakakasaya ng puso. So, ayun.
Tama yung sinasabi ni Sir PJ, ano? So, walang nagpo-promote ng mainstream na mga, buy Filipino books, ganyan. Kahit sa mga online post, wala masyado. Although yung isa, yung recently, yung binili mong book sa kay Fully Book.
Oo.
Yeah.
Some People Need Killing. Which is Filipino author din, right? And recent political events yung ano nun. But medyo na-curious lang ako, Sir PJ, yung what if you meet someone na may ganung mindset, yung sabi mo sa misconception, right now, let's say, hypothetically, you meet someone na, okay, Filipino literature, parang ganun.
you, Jologs, Baduy, what would you say to them?
How do you respond? Or do you respond ba to those comments when you receive
or
siguro naturales ang non-confrontational akong tao, but I think I draw the line when it's already harming other people. Pero when people are expressing their own like personal preferences, you have to let them be. Kasi I was like that before eh. I didn't like Filipino literature because I did not understand it. But there will come a time that you will encounter like someone na magre-recommend sa'yo na you trust that person's opinion or maybe experience like something that would entail you to read a Filipino book and you would like it. I think you just have to let it happen organically. Kasi kung pipilitin mo na parang, bakit ang Filipino book? Ganyan. Tapos ikaw, sasagot ka din ng parang, bobo ka? Or parang, you would retort back.
Row 4.
Parang,
yeah.
Hindi siya okay. Kasi, ayun nga.
Hindi masosolve.
Hindi siya ma-resolve. And, again, parang, it's like you're villainizing people. In the first place, hindi nila kasalanan nagbabasa sila ng Western. Kasi yun yung environment na kinalakihan nila. So, I sometimes I ignore those comments and I just do my job. And thankfully, there are people who appreciate and like are enticed with the posts that I put out. So, ayun.
Ayun. So,
kasi nga yung mga Pinoy naman, parang pag sariling gawa, parang baduy agad. Parang sa movies, di ba?
True. Totoo yan. sa movies, sige, i-base na lang natin kunwari sa mga movies, ano. The movies before was not as good as the movies right now. 'Di ba? Kasi parang stemming from that misconception the Philippine movies are ano. So same lang din 'yun sa books
And music.
exactly. So it's
Yeah,
not
I think product sila ng time nila. So
that's true.
Hindi ko sinasabing siguro I just want to
Oo.
clear out hindi porket baduy or jologs ang isang bagay ay pangit na ito at hindi karapat dapat i-consume. Kasi sometimes jologs and baduy ito yung naaabot ng masa. So para kasing pag sinabi mo na parang jologs ka, baduy ka, like with a condescending tone, it sounds like parang masyado ka namang elitista. Parang who are you to like invalidate other people's stories? So, ayun nga, iba-ibang storya para sa iba-ibang tao.
Yeah, different audiences. Whatever resonates sa reader.
Pero wait lang, hindi kasi natanong to kanina. Pero parang malayo to sa tanong. Parang biglang nag-pop up sa sa utak ko. Sir PJ, nung nagsisimula ka ng magbasa ng mga Filipino books, ng mga Filipiniana books, paano yung naging transition mo? I mean, right after ba nung nilaunch mo si Pinoy Page Turners, puro Filipino books na yung binabasa mo, or like, okay, one Filipino book, then one Western book, then one Filipino book again, ganyan.
I find balance kasi parang I'm still very much interested with reading like foreign works. Kasi I think reading books from other cultures makes you a well-rounded person. So I read foreign works but I don't feature them on the platform because marami nang masyadong platform for Western works. So I really dedicate that special place for Filipino authors and books. So, salita na lang.
Para yung sagot din na yan, para din yan sa mga nagbabalak yung mag-try ng ibang genre ng book, di ba? Yung balance lang muna para hindi ka hindi ka mabigla.
Pansin ko din ngayon with bookstagrammers, may conscious effort to insert sino ba yun? Si Kat on the Jelly ko ata yun, napansin ko na you read one foreign book, then i-balance mo with
si Kat.
May ganun siya. So, kahit nga like, with Book Chicas din, we have this summer reading challenge na we included na isang prompt that you read any book written by a Filipino author just to year-round natin i-promote yung Philippine literature din, not just during buwan ng wika. So, I think there's a conscious effort na with the readers to promote Philippine literature.
Diba kasi kahit, for example, yung sinabi ni Fritz, yung sa Book Chicas, kahit isang bookworm lang yung magbasa ng isang Filipino book, so ilan ba sila doon sa book club, diba? So, ganun kadami. Yung paunti-unting effort, diba? Pinagsama-sama, malaki siya. Malaking tulong sa mga nag-e-explore pa lang sa Philippine Lit, and at the same time, napakalaking tulong sa mga authors natin.
Yes. Always have the option, give them options na. And venue to read and promote Philippine literature.
Ayun. So, curious din ako, Sir PJ, kasi gaya nga na sinabi mo, iba't ibang taste sa iba't ibang tao. Considering the diverse range of literary tastes within your audience, how do you curate yung content mo that appeals to both enthusiasts of Filipino literature at yung sa mga bago?
When I started out, I don't know talaga. So I really put out like works na parang ito trip ko to, so I think I would read this, so I would promote this book, ganyan, I would feature it. But like as time went by, it changed. Parang there are moments when wala akong maipost. I think the easiest way would be to ask your audience. So sometimes as I post out like parang what's your current read, so very comment naman sila ganyan. So engagement is very important, I think, when like creating content kasi it's easier sometimes. I think a week ago nag-post ako ng parang what kind of content would you want to see in Pinoy page turners ganyan. So one comment came from Miss Bebang C. So I was really flattered na napapansin niya yung page ko, and she commented that she wants to see book reviews of Filipino works that were written by Filipino women. So it struck me kasi parang oo nga no, saturated ng male authors yung platform ko. So that's something to think about, and very appreciative ako sa mga taong nagko-comment sa post. So ayun, I asked them and I listened.
Ayun, very interesting. So, kung yes, you need to engage with your audience so that parang ano lang.
Survey.
Survey. Majority wins.
May mga interactive post si PJ sa page na. Nakakatuwa. Nagko-comment ako minsan. Like, I think yung recent post niya is is looking for content creators na nagbablog ng Filipino literature or books.
Yes, actually, nabanggit to kanina. Ongoing feature series ko ngayon yung Manunulat Martes and yung Bookstore BRS, which is every Friday. So, I had an epiphany, like, ng weekend. Sabi ko, ang hirap mag-promote ng Filipino book on my own, so why not, like, I also feature, like, other content creators who, like, put out content for Filipino literature. So, I think it would be easier to really come together and reach more people. So, for other people watching, and for content creators who are interested, comment lang.
Ayun.
Kumbaga parang let's multiply.
Yeah. So I have a question kasi 'di ba you have this Manunulat Martes. So how do you gather the information to create that content? Do you personally ikaw lang ba you personally do the contents, 'di ba? So how do you reach out to the author?
Everything.
Oo.
With actually parang medyo
shy type ka, charot.
with Manunulat Martes, I don't necessarily reach out to the authors to feature them. So it's a bit tricky, sometimes borderline unethical due to the hectic schedule. Pero kasi usually the authors I feature for Manunulat Martes are authors I've already interacted with, nagbigay ng ARC or nagpa-share ng event, ganyan. So sometimes I've never met the author, but I'm very interested in their works and people talk about them in like book clubs. So sometimes I feature them agad without notice, and when they see the post, they like we talk. So it's a way of connecting na din, I guess.
Grabe yung research mo.
Tingnan namin yung isang post.
Oo. Grabe yung research ni PJ. Like, hindi ko alam na may ganito pa din palang book si author, gano'n. So, it's very helpful talaga. And fun fact, si PJ yung parang nag-bridge ni Book Chicas to know si Sir Herbie De Leon, yung author ng Alamat series. Na-mention daw ni PJ, si Book Chicas. And so, we got to interact with Sir Herbie, and ayun na nga, we received a book from him and sinama namin sa book relay ni Book Chicas. Ongoing book relay namin.
Sorry Fritz. I just want to lang din kasi parang Sir Herbie was like based in US. So parang at the time sabi ko, hala, bakit may nag-message overseas ganyan? Parang nakaka-flatter at the same time parang nakakakaba kasi parang marami palang tao nakakakita ng mga bagay na pinuput out ko. And I heard of Book Chicas through Talk Bookish to Me. So the credit is with Talk Bookish to Me. So when I spoke with Sir Herbie, he said that he wanted to build a readership in the Philippines kasi nakabase siya sa US kasama yung family niya. So, I think Alamat is an ongoing series. He just released book 5. And I shared Book Chicas kasi I really believed in Lamang. It was a really good book and I think a lot of people would change their perception with Filipino literature kapag nabasa nila yung retelling ni Sir Herbie ng Lamang. So, ayun. Thank you very much for giving him the platform.
It's very promising. Na-interview din natin si Sir Herbie, di ba? We got to interview him din sa season 1 natin with Books and Chicas.
Regarding sa Alamat series, may pa-surprise ba tayo ganyan?
Uy, ano yan?
Next time na lang daw.
Hala?
Anong meron?
Ano yan?
Tambitin, ayan.
Pero true, like, di ba, naging...
wala muna kaming spoil for now.
Oh. Ang dami ng ano natin ngayon, like you mentioned, si Lamang, parang nare-relieve, we get to be reminded of our Philippine folklore and mythology. So, very deserving very deserving to give a spotlight to those Philippine authors na talagang binibigyan ng time yung history and yung mythology and folklore na manotice ng more Filipino readers.
Ayun. So, basta may
Ano yan?
pa-surprise.
I think yung pa-surprise yun. Yung makakatulog niya.
Ayan. So,
This
time
is about
surprise.
Sa mga books ni Sir Herbie.
Oh.
Okay.
So, watch out.
Time check.
Yan, 9:02 na pala. Ayan. So, naka-isang oras na naman tayo ng chikahan at tawanan at very informative discussion with our guest, Sir PJ. So, again, sa lahat ng mga nanood tonight, thank you very much for tuning in with us. Season 2 na namin, 7th episode na. So, wow, para talaga no? Anyway, so, Sir PJ, do you have anything na, or may mga events ka ba na announcements to make? You can plug in na dito sa ating
Siguro lang, ayun, I would appreciate if you would share talaga yung posts, especially with Manonulat Martes and Bookstore Biernes, because I really want to help out authors and publishers, especially yung mga indie. So it creates a big difference when you share it kasi mas maraming taong naabot. Ayun lang, maraming salamat.
Ayun. So, si Sir Franz, 'di ba, nakikinig sa atin. Baka malay mo mag-collab kayo in the future, 'di ba?
Speaking of Franz, meron siyang free ebook. So guys, check niyo yung Facebook page niya and yung Instagram niya. Yan, 'di ba? Yes. Hi Franz, yan na.
Ayan. Okay, so sa Book Chicas, ano sa inyo? Mag-plug na kayo. Wow.
We're just inviting our book chicks to join us on Friday because we will be celebrating small wins. So we will have a Friday game night sa Discord channel namin. So see you. And if there are more Bisaya readers watching us right now, we invite you to join us in Book Chicas PH. We're a community of Bisaya readers all over the Philippines and around the world. We have members from outside the Philippines. So feel free to join us. Meron kaming Facebook group, private Facebook group exclusive for Bisaya readers. So thank you.
Yan. So tayo ba?
Okay. Well, sa amin naman, very quick lang. Thank you very much sa mga maraming nag-mine sa ating last book outlet sale yesterday. Medyo marami talagang naghumabol sa pa-sale. Also, speaking of sale, we will be having our El Nino sale.
Kaya Fritzy yung pangalan.
Coined by Fritzy.
Push na talaga yan.
Ngayong May. So, ayan. Abangan nyo na lang. Basta, alam nyo naman, usually, pag nagpapasale tayo, end of the month yan. So, ngayong May, yes, may pasale ulit tayo. Just like nung March, so watch out.
Yeah.
Also,
Ano yan?
Yan.
Wala. Nahihiya ako. Pinapaplug niya lang sa amin yung mga bookmarks. Pinapaplug niya lang sa amin yung mga bookmarks. Dahil first time ko mag-plug yung products. Ayan, guys. Yung mga bookmarks, yung BTS bookmarks yan.
Oh,
Ayan, so, available na siya sa website and sa Shopee. Pero guys, sa Shopee siya ng Artlux Alley. So, bali yung Artlux Alley kasi, although hindi pa namin siya napopost madalas, doon namin i-upload yung mga dinedevelop. Kinakrap naming merch unti-unti. Actually, parang passion project ko din siya. Yan. Oy, pero it's not my art ha. Yung mismong pagka-craft lang. Yan lang. Pang tanggal ng stress, ganyan. Pero dahil tayo kapitalista, charot. Pero dahil syempre, i-upload nyo na din. Baka kasi gusto din na iba. Ay, ready na daw kami sa 99 peso book sale. Ha?
Meron ba?
Sabi
baka meron. Charot. So anyway, thank you again to everyone who tuned in tonight's episode of Books and Chicas. And we especially thank PJ for joining us tonight. It's very inspiring and very inspiring talk with you, PJ. Thank you for Pinoy Page Turners. Thank you for promoting Philippine literature. And everyone watching us right now, let's have the conscious effort to also promote Philippine literature. And let's follow PJ for more updates para sa mga Manunulat Martes, Bookstore Biyernes, and of course and the other contents that he's promoting on Philippine literature. So again, thank you PJ, thank you Wen Black, Books from Us, and thank you Chard.
Thank you, Em.
Yes, thank you, Ems.
And of course, kay Em, ang ating tech queen.
Thank you, Em.
Yes. So, ayun. Thank you guys for tuning with us tonight again sa 1 hour na chikahan natin.
Every other week.
Yes, every other week. And lagi nyo kaming sinusuportahan. Same with Book Chicas at sa mga pinifeature naming guests. So, tuloy-tuloy lang natin to. Hopefully umabot pa tayo ng many more seasons.
Yay! Thank you everyone.
Right, so,
good night.
Good night everyone. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you PJ. Thank you Sir PJ. More contents pa.
Thank you,
Good night everyone. Bye.
Good night.
Bakit Redman?